What's up, you guys? It's Immigrant Mentality with your hosts, Bob and Faisal.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So we got a new setup. I know it's kind of humble beginnings right now. We don't really got much over here.
Yeah.
We're sitting on the carpet and everything, but welcome to the 5th episode of our podcast. Make sure you smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Smash it. Let your friends know about this podcast.
Share it.
Share it with your family. And if you guys got any questions, make sure you comment it
Yeah, definitely.
below.
And tap the bell button for the notification.
The ding for the notifications. Make sure you do that. Don't forget. And so today we want to talk about the recent pay-per-view.
Iron Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
All right. First of all, first thing first, I want to say one thing. That fight was freaking rigged. Tyson won.
He won.
And as an exhibition, I guess they had to make it a draw. I think that was a Vegas setup, They needed to make some money.
It was actually California. It was in California.
Yeah, but Vegas is the gambling capital. Man.
Yeah.
So everything that happens, man, it goes through Vegas, man.
Yeah, Roy Jones was clinching too much. I think he was kind of scared of getting hit.
Yeah, I think he kind of looked at Mike a little majestically.
Yeah.
So because he was looking at him as such a godly figure,
Yeah.
he kind of got off his game and he kind of was just clinching the whole fight. It was it could have been better, Like if he decided to fight like a real boxer instead of this is entertainment and you got to give the people what they want, and the people don't want a clinch battle for 8 rounds.
I felt like a concert with all. Like, you had Wiz, you had, 2 Chainz,
Oh, yeah.
Wiz, YG.
Definitely, they had so many artists come out. It was nice. Snoop was great at the commentary.
Yeah,
he did good. It was real funny when he was like, it feels like 2 of my uncles are fighting in the backyard, Like, come on, Unc. Uncle Roy.
The thing that I like about Mike Tyson is you see the growth in Mike, and Iron Mike, I should say.
I don't know if but he lost 100 pounds for that fight, bro.
Phenomenal.
That's crazy.
He's also training with Rafael Cordero, who trains for Viso Verdun, Kevin Gastelum, I believe Rafael Dos Anjos.
Yeah, I mean he still looked. Mike is still Mike, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I seen in the beginning of the fight, he kind of did look nervous.
Yeah.
But I mean, he probably was. He said he was actually.
Yeah, he hasn't boxed in
15 years. That's a long time for anybody.
That's crazy.
But
I think they did it for fun. It was more like sparring. Like it was like sparring.
I think Mike was trying to hurt him, bro.
Yeah.
I think Roy was just more in it for the check, I believe, I don't think Mike needed the check as much as Roy did, So,
this is a side note. I know we didn't talk about this, but, actually in MMA, Vitor Belfort is calling out Anderson Silva for the Legends League. And it's funny because in UFC Undisputed 3, smash that like button if you guys played Undisputed 3, where Anderson, the front cover of the game is fucking Anderson kicking Vitor in the face. I'm like, Vitor, why would you really want that to happen?
Mm-hmm.
But so I just want to say that. But also, let's speak about the ex-basketball player, Nate Robinson versus Jake
Robinson,
the problem child, Paul.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was very disappointed in Nate Robinson.
He tried to rush in too much.
I was
right?
actually telling him, I was like, back in the day, Nate Robinson used to play for the Knicks. I'm a huge Knicks fan. If you guys don't know, smash that like button for the Knicks.
If you're from New York, too.
Even if we suck, but smash that like button. But I remember years ago, there was a brawl in Madison Square Garden where Carmelo Anthony hit Jared Jeffries. And you know who was there to, step up to Carmelo? It was Nate Robinson. And I remember telling you that before the fight. I'm like, all right. That's a little guy stepping up to Carmelo Anthony. He's 5'9". Mm-hmm. You're stepping up to a guy that's 6'8", 240 easily.
He's 6'8"? Jake?
No, not Jake Paul.
Oh,
Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
So the fact that you're stepping up to him, so I'm like, all right, you're probably not going to be too scared of Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But, man, that was bad.
Horrible, right? They're shitting on Nate Robinson so bad.
Nate, man, that was bad, man. I'm a big fan of yours, man, but that was bad.
Bro, stick to, basketball. You should have like hired Freddie.
I always
Freddie
thought you
Wilson,
could have been a better basketball player, but yeah, the basketball, you're doing a lot better at the basketball than you are at the freaking boxing. That was a horrible performance. You're gonna be a meme for the rest of 2020.
Damn.
And I'm sorry, man. They were showing
Damn.
you know,
Nate
like
Robinson.
they were showing Mike Tyson. They were making memes of Mike Tyson and Roy, like, you know, when it was a draw.
Yeah.
And they showed, like, in the background, Nate Robinson is still knocked out. You know? So, like, the fact that was going on, they were killing Nate on social media, and rightfully so, man. That was a horrible display. I've seen celebrities fight before, but they have done, like, so much better. They have done so much better than this guy, and it just wasn't it wasn't it, man. He was very nervous. He was rushing into everything.
He's not meant for boxing, right?
He's not meant for boxing. He's meant for, like, hood fighting. Like, decided to rush in.
What's that boxing game back in the day? Nate Robinson, stick to fight night, bro.
Yeah.
Stick to fight
night
bro.
is the only boxing
You should do. Yo, I wouldn't say it to your face because you're still an athlete. You fuck me up, but still.
Listen, Nate.
I'll see you at fight night, alright?
Nate, if you have something to say about
The game.
come holler at us on the podcast, man.
Definitely, man.
Come, let's talk about it. You know, tell us about your... What's the reason behind fighting like that, man? You never seen a boxing match, man? Do you see any boxers fighting like the way he was fighting?
Try to, you know, try to throw in the jab or like two-piece.
That
By the way,
bad.
Adesanya did fucking great on commentary. He's like...
Yeah, Adesanya, he did good.
I like him.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite commentator of that event was Snoop.
Snoop is unprofessional.
You know?
I like Snoop,
okay,
but he's
alright,
unprofessional.
man, but listen, man, that whole event is not really professional, man. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
true.
it's an exhibition. Let's have fun with it. And I think Snoop was a great guy for that, you know?
Yeah.
He did amazing on that. He made the podcast, he made the event, like, so much better.
What's crazy is, I was like, yo, he has to fucking sing Drop It Like It's Hard. And as soon
I was telling him, I was like, yo, don't worry, man, it's coming. And then the next thing you hear is Snoop.
Yo, smash that like button if you guys remember Drop It Like It's Hard.
Drop it like it's hot in the comments. Drop it like it's hot on the likes, the comments, the share button.
Hit the notification too.
Yeah, make sure you hit the notification. But
who else was? Oh, let's talk about Davidson Figuerito. With this guy, like some Alex, I forgot his name, Pereira or something, bro. That guillotine was nasty, bro.
Oh, you're talking about that last
UFC flyweight. Oh
yeah,
my
the
god.
flyweight. But what was the fight before that?
Valentina Shevchenko.
That
versus,
was such a boring fight. I'm sorry. Like
Jen Maya.
Yeah, Jen Maya, the Brazilian. She put up a great fight.
Yeah.
But that fight was very boring, man. It was not very entertaining.
I mean, why? She should have stand and bang with her. I don't know why she did all those grapples.
I'm not sure because Maya was actually, like, she looked physically stronger than Valentina. So
yeah,
the fact
she's
that
a
she
technical striker. I mean, she kept her standing with Holly Holmes.
Yeah.
You know, she has those check hooks.
She looks she looked very strong on that fight.
Jen Maya, right?
Maya, yeah.
Oof.
But
Davidson Figueiredo is fighting again in the next pay-per-view.
But Figueiredo, man, credit to that guy, man. That was a great standing guillotine. Like, I thought he was getting out. I thought the other dude was getting out. And, yo, credit to him, man. He has a strong freaking grip. Yeah. And he held on tight. And he had a great performance.
He's fighting a
good fight.
He's fighting Brandon Moreno.
What was the good fight on that card? There was one more.
Mike Perry versus Tim Means.
Oh, Mike Perry versus Tim Means. I wanted to talk about this fight because that was a freaking entertaining fight, man. I think that was the best fight on that card.
Mike Perry's not serious, bro.
Because, all right, man, like, Tim Means put in the work, man.
Technical striking,
Respect to Tim Means, man. That was like, he was the underdog in that fight. Everybody's like kind of, Mike Perry was taunting him before the fight, man. He was tagging him on Instagram, eating cheeseburgers, not taking him serious. This goes to show you take anybody and everybody serious in the UFC because you never know who's coming to fight that night, man.
Mike Perry, here's some advice from your favorite blind guy, Mike Perry.
Ugh,
Listen, this is what you need to do, Mike. You need Mike Dolce, the nutritionist, all right? Learn how to cut weight properly.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He looked in great shape.
He did, but he came overweight.
ripped.
Come on, that's disrespectful to your opponent. And do what Mike Tyson did. Why didn't you go under Rafael Cordero? Why did you get off that Greg Jackson, Winklejohn camp? Go to these guys: Dean Thomas, Trevor Whitman, Faraz Sahabi. Mike, go to Faraz Sahabi.
Hey man, but you have to think, man. Those guys have to choose to work with him as well. You know.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like the greatest guy to work with. You know.
Yeah, definitely. He seems hard-headed. You know, like pick up from like Eddie Bravo, pick up some jiu-jitsu. You know, like.
But listen, man.
Get all around better.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Mike Perry is good and all, man, but
He's a gatekeeper.
He's a gatekeeper, and he's not worth talking about anymore. Let's cut off Mike Perry. Get out of here, Mike. Let's talk about something real, guys. We're talking about the real estate market, man. And
oh, by the way, we're shooting this where?
Oh, we're actually shooting this in my little piece of earth here.
Nice.
As you can see, I don't got much going right now. No furniture, but we're here. Either way. So there's a big dilemma, man. The dilemma is
the FHA versus conventional loan.
Now, you know, you got a lot of people saying FHA is bad, you need 20%.
So please explain to them why people would think, please explain to our viewers why people would think the FHA is a bad thing.
The FHA is really looked down upon only because two things are killers. One thing is the MIP, which is the mortgage insurance premium, which you pay up front. You know, you pay that up front with your closing costs, and that is really a percentage. So it really depends on, at the time, what the percentage is set by the FHA.
And then you have also the PMI, right?
And then you have the PMI, which is a monthly payment that stays on your loan for the term, the whole term of the loan, the whole 30 years. It doesn't matter once you get to the 20%. As long as you're on the FHA, you're still paying PMI.
So it's like a PMS, like monthly paying the PMI.
Monthly pain in the ass. All right, your monthly pain in the
Now
ass.
explain the benefits
But
of
the benefit
FHA.
is, let me give you a real life example.
Uh-huh.
All right. I, Faisal, want to buy a house.
Okay.
You, Minhaj, want to buy a house.
Okay.
The house, we're going to use some nice big round numbers, you know?
Just to make it easy for
Just to make it, you know, very easy. Let's say we're both looking, we're in New York City here, guys, so I'm not going to do a $100,000 example. I'm sorry, the $100,000 example
That's
really
like
does
Midwest.
not qualify here, so I'm going to go on the higher end, and I'm going to say $1 million property. You're looking at $1 million property. I'm looking at $1 million property. Soon we are going to be looking at $1 million properties, just so you guys know. All right. So you want to buy the $1 million property. I want to buy the $1 million property. So now to get into this $1 million property, I'm gonna go FHA. But you
old school conventional, right?
You believe in conventional wisdom, man.
So I'm gonna try to go in 10%, 20%.
20% in order to get no PMI.
Okay.
You know, you're in it. So now, you know.
So how much would you put down for that $1 million?
How much would I put down? Let's do the math.
So 3.5 times
35,000.
35,000 plus how much would be your closing?
Let's not get into the closing. The closing, you know, it varies based on the lender I'm using.
Got it.
Based on my credit score. There's so many factors that can. So we're just gonna go stick to the down payment because the closing costs that can vary depending on your lender, your credit, whatever you're doing. You know.
Now, and I would be putting 200,000 in conventional.
And now you would be putting 200,000 in.
Got it.
Because you're putting 20%.
That's $165,000 difference.
That's $165,000 difference. Now let's say, for example, man, like. You know, we're a couple of years, you know, I'm 26 years old.
I'm 29.
He's 29. So, you know, we have a couple year gap. So now, let's say we're both looking at this house and we both start off, we both start off looking at houses at, let's say 25 years old. We both start looking at houses, right? But now, in order, we start off with, let's say, we start off with only $20,000 in our savings accounts at 25 years old, right? And now we both are looking to buy a house. But now for you, Conventional wisdom is that you need $200,000
Yeah.
to get in your $1 million house.
Yeah.
So now, for you to get from your 20,000 that you start off with, now you're thinking about houses at 25 years old.
I need to like 10x my money.
You need to 10x your money.
Yeah.
For me, I'm already at 20,000. I just need 15 more thousand
Got it.
in order to get in my house,
Yeah.
my $1 million property. So yes, that's true. You may your mortgage maybe is gonna be less, definitely
Yeah.
gonna be less than mine, right?
Yeah.
Because you put down 20%, you don't have PMI.
Yeah.
But guess what? In order for me, I only need 15,000. I only need 35,000.
35,000 altogether.
35,000 altogether.
Yeah.
You need 200,000. So it may take you a lot longer
Yeah.
to acquire the down payment in order to get in that property.
And to have control over it, right?
Yes.
Oh.
So
I mean, and here's the thing. Like, honestly, before you had told me about this, I honestly
my
believe.
foot is falling asleep.
I honestly believe that you really needed 20%, and that was holding me back from getting inside of a house.
And I think a lot of people think
Yeah.
it's such an unattainable goal. When you think 20%, especially living in places like New York City, your 20%, you're looking at 130, 40, 50, 60, $200,000
Yeah.
as a down payment.
Not to mention closing costs.
Not to mention closing costs.
Yeah.
And that becomes, it makes it really seem unrealistic to most people. And I think just that limiting belief that most people have of that I need 20%,
Yeah.
that just makes them not even look in the first place.
So I want to also touch on this. Now, you also said, I think you brought up 2 good points before.
Yeah.
This is off air. I mean, you said that, hey, if you have tenants, eventually they're going to be paying your PMI for you,
Mhm.
correct? And then you also
Correct,
said, if I'm not
correct.
mistaken, you can also
Correct.
claim this as a tax break. What
Well,
is it?
Well, what you're claiming as the tax break is, well, you know my theory of real estate. I believe in multifamilies,
Yeah.
you know, where you get the other units in your house to pay for your mortgage or pay for most of your mortgage.
Majority.
You know?
Yeah.
So, because I believe in that, the fact that you have a separate unit, now all the improvements you make on that second unit, that's all tax deductible because you have a rental unit.
Yeah.
So now, let's say you're changing a roof on your house.
Yeah.
Your roof costs you $10,000.
Yeah.
Because you have a duplex, 2 units, 1 unit is yours. You can't write off on your own one.
But you
But you can write off on
the
your
other
rental.
one.
So
Nice.
out of that 10,000, you can write off 5.
Nice.
You know?
And you can also depreciate the house value for like 30
you can
years,
depreciate
right?
the house for 27 and a half.
27 and a half. Okay. Like, these are things that I never knew before. And I think that kind of held me
And
back.
not to mention
Mhm.
the let's say me getting an FHA, my mortgage payment is on $1 million house, my mortgage payment is $5,000
Yeah.
with the FHA or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say $6,000 actually.
Uh-huh.
You know, my mortgage payment is $6,000.
And how much would it be mine's?
Yours, you're looking
like
at
3,000.
like no, on a $1
45.
million house,
Yeah.
you're still looking at 4,500.
4,500.
4,500, but I'm getting in the house 2 years, 3 years before you,
Yeah.
you know? So that 2-3 years of mortgage pay down, think about it. So if you buy properly where your tenants are paying most of your mortgage,
Yeah.
you're not factoring in the mortgage pay down.
Yeah. That you're
your
gaining
tenant-
equity in
yeah,
the back.
You're
back
gaining equity in the house as well as your tenants paying off your mortgage.
end. Yeah.
You know, so that I feel like a lot of times is not factored in when talking about just the difference in time, the cost of opportunity.
Well, I'm gonna play old Bengali uncle and say,
Yeah.
you know, this guy, man, stupid guy, he pay maybe 35,000. Okay, 35,000 he pay. Okay, maybe 20,000 closing. Okay, maybe 60,000 altogether
Yeah.
he pay. But fucking guy, man, he's paying like $6,000 mortgage. In the lifespan of the loan, he's going to pay more than me. Me, I work hard. I make 200,000. I put down payment. No PMI, no MIP, no none of this bullshit.
Yes,
You know.
but you're not factoring in the 3 years extra that you had to wait.
And the equity. Not to mention
the 3 years extra. Let's say on average, rent, you're
Yeah.
paying $1,000 minimum.
Yeah.
$1,000, right?
In New York City. We're talking about New York City.
Minimum. If you're one person, you're renting a room, you're
Seven,
best
800.
case scenario, you know what I mean? Look, we're just gonna go with round numbers, $1,000, right?
Yeah.
Do that. Let's say it takes you 3 additional years in order for you to get the same house. So 12,000 times 3, that's $3,600 you're forgetting about that you're paying in rent. And on top of that, that $3,600, let's say you paid $36,000.
36,000, yeah.
Let's say that same $36,000 you spent in that 3 years on your house, you're not factoring in the amount of money your tenants are putting in and mortgage pay down.
Okay.
You know, equity building.
Well, the thing, here's the thing about this asset class that we call real estate. It's the amount of leveraging that you can do, right? And that's something that you were saying also.
No other, like no one else is gonna let you put down $35,000 in order for you to borrow $965,000.
Yeah.
Right. No other asset class is gonna allow you to do that. And the fact that it also does appreciate is great. You know, that's not even being factored in. Your mortgage pay down, that's not you're even factoring in. You're thinking about it in terms of just breaking even at this point.
Yeah.
You're not factoring in those other things. Once you do factor in all those other things, you'll see your cash on cash is just so much greater with an FHA loan than a conventional loan.
So what? And here's another thing too. What kind of like sunk in my head?
Yeah.
And I'm like a novice, right? I don't know shit about real estate.
Oh, by the way, this guy freaking dislocated his shoulder, as you can see.
Yeah. So smash that like button for me for being.
Smash that like button for this disabled ass guy with his extra disability today.
So I want to bring this up. So I run my own business. We're not doing well because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But when we're doing well, no matter, I think this has to be like, you know, unicorn, you know, like amazing, like, you know, crazy shit happening, $1,500, right? Now, for example, if we put another bathroom in this house, let's just say it takes $5,000, how much can your property appraise because you added in that new bathroom?
Well, it really depends on the area you are. So in a place like New York City, it also depends on which part of New York City. Not all parts are equal.
Yeah.
You know, so adding a bedroom in your house in Queens may give you a lot more value than adding a bedroom in your house in Nassau County.
Got it.
You know,
Yeah.
because just because of rental incomes are so different.
Yeah.
You know, so it really depends, man. Like, there's so many things you can do to add value to a house, which are bedrooms.
Not to mention Airbnb.
Bathrooms, Airbnb. You can Airbnb
You
your
can
house.
rent out your parking spaces.
Spaces, garages. You can get really creative. You know, like if you have a bigger multifamily, you can think about doing laundry. You know, having laundry machines. So it really depends on you. And real estate, I believe, is the greatest investment because you have so much control over it. You can do so much with it, you know. You determine the value, you know.
A lot of people, their biggest complaint about real estate is it's a lot of work, is this, is that. Yeah, at your job you're doing a lot of work, but over here, how many fold over are you really getting? The fact of being, like, leveraging it's incredible, right? And I think that's the real reason why. You know, when this really sunk in for me, it sounds wrong. When your friend tells you, like, yeah, this is the way. I seen a YouTube video of this guy, Meet Kevin.
What a jackass. He didn't listen to me, but Meet Kevin told him the same shit that I
Meet
told him.
Kevin is like 28 years old with like 20 fucking units, alright? When I say shit like that.
You can't say that, bro, because I'm 26. I haven't got to 28 yet.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm not writing you off, but, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm going to catch you, Meet Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch you real guard.
We're going to sell health insurance too, Meet Kevin. You're going to see us. Immigrant Mentality health insurance, baby. So, you guys?
Yeah, we really don't got much else to talk about today, but I hope you guys love the episode. Make sure you smash that like button. Comment any questions that you may have, and
hit the bell for the notifications.
I'm going to holler at you guys later.
Immigrant Mentality.